This is the Stay Tuned podcast. There is no other Stay Tuned podcast, nigga. This is the one. You know what you clicked on. I am back once again, your host with the most, Johnny Curran. Get at me at my name, because my name is my motherfucking name.
Yeah, you already know what it is. It's young Sterlz, your boy. You can call me Pascal, Mike Lowry. It is what it is. You can get at me, your boy Sterlz on Snap, or Mr. Get Buckets _11 on Insta.
It's Dakari James, ATDKHARIJMES on Instagram. I don't use that shit though. Don't follow me. At Dakari James on Twitter. You know what it is. I talk a lot of shit. Let's get it.
Damn, look how professional we've gotten with our intros.
No, I practice that shit every day in the car.
30 podcasts in or something like that.
Damn, you're like 30 in? I don't know how many I'm in. I just kind of be joining in.
I'm gonna be honest, I just threw up a big number just to throw up a big number. Sometimes you gotta flex on these niggas, even though you haven't been lifted.
The flex is always good. The flex is always something you gotta do. Like, I mean, if you meet a woman for the first time, you're not gonna tell her exactly how much you make or how many girls you fucked. You gotta flex about it a little bit, you know?
I mean, you could just be doing push-ups at night too. You know,
that's true.
You could just, you could be putting in a little work, but you could just over-exaggerate.
I mean, you could, or you could just beat your dick and go to bed. For me personally, I like to do my skincare routine first, and then like put my beard shit in. You know, then by then I'm too tired to beat off, so I just go straight to bed.
Yeah, DJ, that's a real thing. I think we've all finally hit the age where there are some situations it's actually better to go straight to sleep than jerking off. This happened to me like 2 months ago. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna read a book instead of jerking.
Oh shit.
I was like, yeah. Yeah.
And actually, like 2 weekends ago, there was a girl trying to come over, and it was like maybe 2 a.m. or some shit, and I was out at a friend's place and she was there. But yeah, we were talking, and she's been over my place before, but I was like, man, if she comes over tonight, there's a good chance I'm gonna fuck up like doing my skin and beard care routine before I go to bed. And then when I wake up, my shit's gonna be extra dry, and I'm gonna have like breakage when I comb it out. And I really had to think. I was like, do I really want to take her back? So I took her back, and you know, I think it was right before we had sex. I like went to the bathroom, and I didn't actually have to use the bathroom. I just started doing my shit. She was like, yeah, you were in there kind of for a while. And I was like, yeah, you know, but yeah, it was weird. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to invite people over then go to my bathroom, and that's like relationship shit. I can't just do that with casual people.
It's important though.
Yeah.
The skincare routine is important. You gotta moisturize your face and stuff, man.
Like right before foreplay is kind of strange if it's like a random person, because it's like you get to the crib and it's like go time, right? You have a few drinks, you talk, you tell your little jokes, get her in the mood, and then you're like, oh, hold up, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be in there for like 10-15 minutes to put my beard on, and I'm gonna come back smelling like EVO ocean spray and fucking, you know, black castor oil. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a strange feeling for me. I feel like if I was in a relationship it'd be cool, but just doing it regular with some strange person is kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it's like almost like too much work, because think of all the time you take like to exfoliate your skin right before you go to sleep just to have pussy juice be on it like 3 minutes later. Like, damn. I just spent 5 minutes trying to take all this dirt off.
Oh, you know what else is trash? Anyway, when you guys have a girl over, do you guys give her clothes, or do you let her pick out shit to wear?
They just take it. I've never been asked. Honestly, most girls will just, I don't know what it is about girls in general. They will try to find the most, like the thing that either smells like you the most, or like the loosest top that they can find in the closet, and then that'll just be theirs now.
It all depends on like the girl, but like yeah, I don't let them pick it out, nah, cause they be trying to pick out the best stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're trying to take them nice $60 sweaters and shit.
They be trying to take the nice Nike sweats and stuff. I'm like,
for sure.
I need them joggers. Like, I wear those. I'm good.
I don't like women stealing my clothes in general. That shit make me mad.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's a good way to get rid of shit clothes, but Fuck that.
Dang, that'd actually be fire if you could somehow just trick a girl into taking all the trash clothes you don't want anymore.
That's how I'm getting rid of all my old high school shit. You know, I think we need to start making women give us clothes. Like, they need to start having some sweats and shit.
That's a slippery slope. Are you, like, in one hand, you're getting free clothes, but at the second hand, are you ready to wear Hollister again?
Oh, shit. Yo, what if these bitches are recycling clothes? Like, what if when they go to a nigga house and they steal his clothes, and you go over there like after you came from the gala or some shit, so you got a fucking suit on, you're not trying to sleep in the suit, so you take your suit off, and she's like, oh, you could just throw these sweats on, and that's like the last nigga's sweats. Like, what if bitches is doing this? That's some trifling shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I snagged some sweats once. But I went over there to swim. Let me grab those.
Sounds like she set you up.
For sure. It sounds like you're...
At best, you're wearing, like, her dad's shit.
Yo, that'd be crazy. Imagine a chick retroing out a nigga with another nigga. Like, she fucked so many dudes. She took all the retro clothes from that dude's closet and just gave it to another nigga. Just retroed a nigga out.
Man, there was a woman at Rose, who will not be named, that took one of my hoodies that had my name on it. It was on the back, and I was like, damn, I gotta get that one back as soon as possible. I was so nervous. I was sweating bullets every day in my class.
One day you just see her rocking it.
Yeah, I had to put the hammer on that. That's like the J.R. Smith thing, how he can't have his Supreme tattoo like out in the open when he's playing. I feel like that. I feel like unless she's giving me a check, she can't be out there with my name on her back. She's gotta either pay me or be mad fine.
Yeah.
If she fine, we got no problems with it.
Well, at school it was different because everybody knows everybody, and I can't have that.
I'm so glad real life is not like that.
I know. I'm so happy. I can just fuck someone and be done with them, and nobody knows. Or even if anybody knows, it's like, oh, I'll never see her again. You know, I was having a conversation with someone not too long ago about bodies, and she was telling me how she doesn't have any idea how many bodies she would have. And I think that's kind of crazy to me because I don't want to say I have a crazy amount of bodies, but I don't think I'll ever be at a place where I just have no idea. Like, I can't guess my number, you know? I could always go back and probably trace some names. Even if I forget names, I can have a general number. I would say I can pick out, like, the number plus or minus 5.
Hey, how many bodies is too many bodies?
That, I mean,
that's all subjective.
That's a real philosophical question, really, because to me, I feel like everybody I have that's not my wife and soulmate is too many. Hey, you know what fucking doc you need to fuck with? That Quincy Jones.
Oh, yes, I started watching that last night, actually.
That shit was hard. Like, that nigga was fly the whole movie. I was like, damn, this nigga is 82 years old and, like, stunting on me right now. Like, that shit is hard.
I don't even think he did that for the doc. I think that's just Quincy Jones. Like, I've never...
That's what I was saying. I was like, that, like, nigga's just that fly. He's on that level. Yeah, he, like, lived in Paris for, like, 3 years or some change. Like, that nigga was doing it. I'm going to Paris, for, like, Christmas and New Year's.
Oh, you going to see that one chick?
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going.
That's dope. He's international with it.
Yeah, we'll see how it all works out.
Hey, y'all ever think animals have ever just eaten ass like the same way like humans have gotten curious? Y'all think any other animals was like, yo?
I've seen dogs eat each other's asses. I don't know if they're doing it for fun. I think they're just fucking around. But yeah, that's definitely a thing.
That's good. Were we the last people to get on, or the last species to get on the eat ass train?
I think it's a good way for animals just to recognize animals by the smell. Like they just smell the ass.
That's the handshake.
Yeah, they just know.
That's the dab.
Like, oh.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's the what's up, nigga? How you doing? That's fucked up. Animals are fucking trash, man.
For real, man. I'm glad we evolved.
Yo, I had a rugby game like 2 weeks ago, and somebody brought a dog, and I always pet the dogs after the rugby games. And this dog like went to licking at my kneecap, and I was like, why the fuck is it licking my kneecap?
It's a weird dog.
I just feel like the kneecap is a weird place to fuck with in general.
Now, what benefit do you get from even approaching the kneecap? Because the kneecap is just there to support the rest of the body. I mean, outside of that...
I feel like the kneecap is where, you know, like, if you have beef with somebody, but it's not that serious, that you have to kill him, you just shoot him in the kneecap. That's some regular shit right there.
Yeah.
I feel like other than that, there's no purpose that anyone should ever touch your kneecap. Even if you, like, with your girl and you're, like, in the movie theater and, you know, kind of rubbing some legs, why are you touching her kneecap? You just kind of, like, rub the inner thigh and shit.
Yeah, the kneecap's a weird place. I only touch my own kneecaps when I'm putting lotion on them.
What the fuck are we talking about right now?
Are we gonna get it together?
We're having a deep ass conversation about how you shoot niggas in the kneecaps and shit.
Hey, speaking of unnecessarily touching kneecaps, this dude Brett Kavanaugh might have touched more than a kneecap.
Oh man, he probably got the whole back of the kneecap. And this is a nasty motherfucker. I haven't actually been following that case, but I guess it's more than just one woman has come out and be like, yo, this nigga's nasty. Like, we can't let him become a Supreme Court justice. And I think the crazy thing is, why is the GOP so on him being that nigga? Like, is there no other judge that's equally conservative that they can bring up and for the Supreme Court, like, nominate?
I think it's because Kavanaugh's like a pretty big, like, just frat head. Like, he's just like a frat boy. And usually, if you think about the demographic for the GOP, it seems that, you know, like, just like white men jocks typically are Republican candidates. Not candidates, they're just like Republican voters. Like, it's usually the Republican demographic. So when you see like one of your own get attacked, especially for just like college antics and stuff like that, boofing, devil's triangles, like there's a lot of like corroborative evidence that has been provided to like the Senate confirmation hearings and just like news channels, like actual journalistic reports, where this dude was just out here being so reckless, like just straight up just like getting chicks as drunk as possible. Like him and his friends, like there's this guy named Mark Judge, him and Mark Judge would just like plan like routes to certain rooms where they would get girls like just super drunk off of jungle juice and then just trap them all in one room. And then
I don't think white people was fucking with jungle juice. It was probably just mixing some nasty concoction like Natty Light and fucking Skull.
Oh yeah, you already know. But see, just because that happened, that whole interaction, like just because Natty Light and Skull even got mixed, like the GOP is fucking furious as shit, you know what I mean? Because it's like, that's how I was getting down, that's how my pledge dad got down, that's tradition, man, you don't fuck with that.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't be like, oh, well, this nigga's like doing shit, fuck him, let's bring the next conservative ass nigga that's a judge. Because there's other conservative judges. I just don't understand why they put all their eggs in the basket for him. Like, why they're even fighting this. Just, alright, cancel his nomination and bring the next dude up. I don't understand it. I just feel like the GOP should not even waste their time with this case. Like, they should be like, oh, you know, there's all these allegations, because all they're doing is making themselves look bad at this point. Like, when you're saying, like, it's just like anyone trying to defend the whole Cosby thing. Like, if you even speak, you know, not negatively about Cosby, like, even if you say, oh, that's unfortunate or whatever, but, you know, whatever, like, as soon as you say that, but it's a fucked up conversation and you look shitty. So it's like, why even waste the time defending someone? Just move on to the next, you know, judge or whatever you could appoint to the Supreme Court.
I see. Okay, so there's two reasons for this. So the first reason is that the midterm elections are coming up. Before I actually get into why the midterm elections like matter in this Brett Kavanaugh case, I just want to like really quickly say to anybody listening, yo, go fucking register to vote. Go vote. Voting's important. Nobody our age does it, and if there was like even a 12% increase of just anybody from the ages of 18 to 24, we would be the highest voting population demographic in the country. So that pretty much means that the government would have to abide by whatever we wanted as 18 to 24 year olds. We're the biggest demographic, but the reason why our votes never matter is because not all of us go to vote. So if you can and you're hearing this, please go vote. It matters. But anyways, the midterm elections affect Brett Kavanaugh's nomination because if the Republicans lose if they pretty much lose seating in the House or Congress in general, like the House or the Senate, and then this Brett Kavanaugh confirmation gets delayed, then the new House has the right to either stop the confirmation and switch who they choose to nominate or just straight up deny it, or they could possibly like add extra stuff like doing another FBI probe, like because like for example the Democrats like truly believe that Brett Kavanaugh has sexually assaulted somebody. I wouldn't go that far out on a limb to say that yet. I don't feel like there's enough evidence, but because the Democrats feel that way, if they were to win over the House after the midterm elections, then they'd be able to just like ask for more probes, ask for potential Trump interactions to see if he even tried to obstruct the probe. Why did Trump nominate him? You know what I mean? It's just like with FBI probes, it opens up a bunch of other open-ended questions, and I could see why it wouldn't be in the GOP's interest to see that happen.
Yo, you know what else I got into shoplifting? The fucking like spices and shit. Like I make my own like fettuccine when I be on my chef shit and shit, and I have women over. I'm like, oh, let me show you how to make this Alfredo right here. Like I got you. I can make a good sauce, but I need nutmeg for it. And I ran out of nutmeg, and I went to the store, and like a little baby ass bottle was $6. And I was like, you niggas really are telling me to my fucking face that this shit is $6. This shit is going right in my motherfucking pocket and right out the fucking door. I'm not paying for shit. I was mad as fuck. So yeah, I started like spices. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna shop with this shit. Cause first of all, white people have traveled the world, raping and pillaging lands to sell us this shit that they don't even fucking use for $6. That's extortion. Fuck that.
So are you saying you stealing these spices is your form of reparations?
Yes, and my way of having good food.
That's beautiful.
Because I mean, if you really think about it, that's just a way of like fucking oppression. Because only colored people are buying that shit. White people aren't buying the spices. So why do they make them so expensive? It's just like the food deserts in like like poor neighborhoods and shit, where all you can eat is shit food. It's like, oh, well, if you want good food, you gotta pay a lot of money for it. That's the way the white men are holding us down. Teach these devils.
Word. Send Yaku back to the cage. Even salt and pepper, like the most basic spices, like the only two spices that white people fuck with, they didn't even make that. Like they literally raped India for pepper. Like at least like the coast, like where I'm from, they just took all our jewels, they raped our women, and they stole our pepper.
Maybe we're talking like just regular black pepper.
Yeah, just regular ass black pepper. I'm like, damn, y'all ain't got this at the crib? That's trash.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. When I went to Austria, I met a field hockey team from Scotland, and I was fucking with the accent heavy.
Oh yeah, the accents. I fuck with the accents.
This one girl, she just got me for the night, basically, and it was smooth how she did it too.
How she do it? Lay it down for Sterlz.
Bruh, I'll tell you the story. So it was we walked into some club in Austria, and I was with a couple of my football buddies. I'm not gonna say no names or anything, but yeah, we saw a bunch of girls on the stage, and like I just started to getting a little tipsy, and I was getting into my bag, so I was like, fuck it, let's go start talking to them. So we walked up there, started kicking it with them, started talking to them, and then like I was talking to one of these chicks, but then my friend joined in, and then I was like, oh, he don't really get women like that, so fuck it, like I'm just gonna wingman for him. So I'm like, oh fuck, hey, let's all get around the drinks. Like we got to that point because he was spitting games. So I was like, oh, let's get a drink for everybody. I was gonna get him. Next thing I know, we walk up there, he didn't come with. So I was like, damn, it's just me and her. So then like it was just me and her getting drinks and shit. So I got him, and then the next thing I know, we was talking, and then she just got super close. Then out of nowhere, she just kissed me. And she's like, oh, why did you do that? I was like, what are you talking about? You just did that. And then after that, she was just on me the rest of the night.
Yeah, we need to start giving more women more respect, folks. Sterling, that was quite the gentleman thing to do. I feel like if a girl spits her best game at you, just out of courtesy, if she's decent, fuck her.
Whoa, because hold up, women are not having that same energy with us. If I have my best game forward, she still might not fuck me.
I don't think it'll apply for men to women, but if a woman does that to a guy, that's just respect.
Okay, I think I see what you're saying. We just gotta ease them in. Gotta get enough women doing it. No, I'm fucking with. If we can get enough women to start shooting the shot, and then we start shutting them down.
That's crazy. That's equality. That's real equality.
Yeah, we gotta get enough women comfortable first. They be like, man, you just go. So women could be like hyping up the other women. They be like, oh, just go talk to that nigga. You know, see what might happen. And then she scores every time. And then that one time, you just be like, your ugly ass back with your friend.
Yeah.
Just shut that whole shit down. Yeah.
Calm down though. Like, yeah, women should be shooting their shots, but this brings me into the sexual assault in Kansas City.
Oh.
Sometimes these women be getting a little too aggressive.
Talk about it, Sterlz. I know this is real hard for you.
It's hard. I understand what women go through now. Like, so I'm gonna paint this picture. Wait, what is it?
Before we get into this, can you just say "me too" real quick?
Me too. I will definitely say me too. All right, so we was in Kansas City. I was with a friend for his birthday, and we were in this club, and like I think we had went to get drinks, yeah. And my friend was at the line, and I was just standing right behind him, just chilling, because he was about to buy some drinks. Next thing I know, some white chick, she slid in front of me, and like I was like, oh, she kind of cool.
It's always
like,
the
I was
white
like,
chicks.
this is cool, but she slid in front of me, like started dancing. I was like, this is cool. Next thing I know, I feel two other women behind me, pressed up against me. A hand just reaches around and grabs my dick. And I was just like, it was the first moment where I was like, I don't know what to do. Cause like the white chick came in front of me, was like dancing in front of me and talking to me. But then I had two women behind me, and they were just taking turns grabbing my dick. And I literally couldn't move. Cause like they were pressed up against me. One was in the front, two in the back, and I honestly was kind of scared, to be honest, because the women in the back were not attractive at all, and they were older women, and I couldn't do anything about it because I can't just put my hands on a women and just shove them out the way or anything. So I just had to stand there while these women took turns grabbing my dick.
That's so scary.
That's crazy. I feel like you have to do something. Like you have to steal.
It was one of the first times I ever felt helpless. Like I was literally just like, what the hell's going on right now? Like I just want to get out of this situation. The good thing about it was like they realized I was young, and it was like, oh, you too young for us. I was like, thank God, just get away from me.
Nah, because that's exactly why they were preying on you in the beginning. That's exactly how it happens.
They wanted the chase.
Yeah, they were like, oh, that nigga look young. He not gonna know what to do with this. Let me come.
That's the thing. They had to plan this. That's the thing that fucked me up in my head. Is this had to be planned because like we was in VIP, so like they could clearly see us because we was like standing on top, and like everybody could just see you when you in VIP. You just standing up there and stuff. So like this is when we came down to get drinks, and literally like it was within like 2 minutes of us coming down, they just swooped in and made that move. And then the worst part about it was it wasn't over. Like after this all happened, like it was probably about 30 minutes later, I had seen a girl that I wanted to talk to. So I went in, spit a little game, got the number and everything. She wasn't trying to dance or anything tonight, so I was like, what you doing tomorrow? Try to set it up for tomorrow. As I'm walking back, I turn around, I see them talking to that girl. I'm like, damn, looks like that's not gonna work. I like look down or something. Next thing I look up, boom, another hand's on my dick, and both of them are right there again, taking turns, and they're like, it's all right, we talked to her, we put you on, we told her about this while they were grabbing my dick.
Yo, women be predators. I feel like women, when they're preying on men, are relentless.
Yeah, because they know they can get away with it.
They gang up on you and shit.
Yeah,
They know they can get away with it.
They know I couldn't really do anything. Like I was just like,
Yeah, I totally, like, when a sexual like assault or any form of sexual harassment happens, I always like believe the person who was like victimized, at least initially, like until like evidence actually comes out and stuff like that. But usually, like, my leniency is towards the person who's like been victimized in those moments. But it's always like really difficult, especially for the men's side, because not only is it really difficult to just like report about sexual harassment, but when it happens on like the man's side, it's like, damn, you gay, bro. Like if I just me as a guy, just like if I was to hear about a man complain about sexual harassment, I'd just be like, bro, this dude's kind of gay. Like, what's going on here?
That's true. Like that's the truth. One thing was like it's just like I'm a dude. I'm supposed to be just inviting this, but I did not want it. Like, just chill. I don't want you touching my dick at all.
Yeah, like getting your dick grabbed in any situation when you're not like expecting it is never like that's never the move. Like I'm never gonna be like, oh, she just grabbed my flaccid dick right here in the Wegmans. Like, let's get it popping. Like, there's never a point where I'm just gonna be cool with that.
Who benefits from that? Because, like, even from the person who grabs said flaccid penis, you just grabbed a flaccid dick. What were you trying to accomplish with that?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. Like, I don't understand
I don't
at
think
all.
other people recognize how useless penises are when they don't want to be used. It's like walking up and just grabbing, like, the skin off of somebody's elbow and just, like, wiggling it. Just be like, yo, I got that. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, mine is pretty worthless. Yeah, I'll never understand women when they just be doing shit. I will never understand some of the shit they be doing.
I think it's funny how we just got back on a sex conversation.
Damn, we're trash. Yeah, okay. What is something non-sexual that we can talk about? Maybe not the Brett Kavanaugh shit.
Sports.
Facts.
Man, we are some niggas for real, bruh. Like,
Why do we?
Like, we were just like, man, like, we don't want to talk about pussy, I guess. LeBron James with the Lakers now. What's going on?
I'm actually watching the preseason game at this moment.
Oh, word? I think we should just take a moment and appreciate how we are just some, like, straight up niggas. Like, that is, if it's not pussy, it's sports.
Hey, weirdly enough, though, I do want to give us a round of applause for finally asking the evolutionary question.
What was the question?
Can we talk about anything else except pussy? I have no clue if we have an answer to that question, but the fact that we asked the question, that's real progress. That's real maturity.
I mean, it's good. We'll get our lives together eventually. Because eventually, as it evolves, it's gonna be like, yo, so, you know, any plans for the wedding? What kind of flowers y'all getting?
Be like, yo, you gotta do Faye. That's wild.
Nigga, I have no idea what a duvet is. You're way ahead of the game.
Exactly. I don't even know what it is either, but 10 years from now, I know I'm gonna know what it is.
I fuck with that. That's a good dream to have.
People questioning why they listen to this podcast right now.
Yeah, like what?
These
what
niggas
the
don't know
fuck?
shit.
I don't know what a duvet is either. I'm very confused at this moment. What?
A duvet sounds like a real expensive durag.
Yeah. Oh, y'all still wearing durags,
like
bro? I've been off that.
We on that duvet shit, bro.
That just sounds like the most Velveety.
This is how you
like,
get them 360s. Do niggas even have waves now?
I think that was like a summertime thing. I don't know. I know LaMelo Ball is still out here with the 360 waves.
Wait, did you see that man slap that Louisiana player?
Yes, bro, that was the most sus ass slap. I thought I was watching Love and Hip Hop for a quick second. I was like, damn, this nigga put no wrist into the slap.
He didn't even like continue with the action either. Like he got that little slap in, like tried to throw a few hands and then he backed out. And then like his teammates came in and he was just standing there the whole time.
Yeah, he knew his boys was gonna come get him. He knew they weren't gonna do shit.
I'm fucking with the slap though, just in the first place out of all the things to do to somebody. Especially because the dude just tapped him in the back of the head and he just decided to slap him.
Hey, did that what's the middle one? The Jello?
Yeah.
Leangelo? Did he get drafted or anything?
Not
Oh, so like what the fuck is he doing?
I think he had a tryout, but it didn't do anything.
Damn, is he even in the NBA? Like, is he playing next year?
Nah.
Oh, that nigga's trash. He's finna be the son that like didn't do shit.
He shouldn't have stole.
Yeah. No, that really fucked everything up.
Yeah, it might have fucked everything up for the family, honestly, because then like that made LaMelo have to go play overseas and all that shit, and now like LaMelo can't go play college and get to his bag.
Oh, he can't. Yeah.
LaMelo, I think
Yeah, that whole
LaMelo
family's fucked
got
up.
a chance though, because he's only like this is only technically be his junior year, so he still got 2 more years to develop really.
But He can't play NCAA basketball. Like, he can't play college basketball.
Yeah, but you don't always need that.
He tried going to play in Europe, but then his dad put him in that shitty-ass Lithuanian league, and now he can't play real Euro basketball because he didn't play in a respected league.
It's still got time.
I didn't know Lithuania was a country until this whole ordeal went down, so...
I'm just saying, he still got time. It's not over with.
I know he's got time, but what's he gonna do?
He's playing in the JBA now. The league that his dad created.
There's people that play in that league,
Yeah,
like for real?
they get paid.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
I just don't see the path for LaMelo getting to the NBA. Like, I agree he has time.
If you got the skills, it doesn't matter.
You just have to get a contract with a better European team.
Do you think they'll exist 5 years from now? Outside of Lonzo. Like the rest of the Ball family.
Yes, I think Lonzo's gonna be nice. You sleeping on Lonzo, like
No. I'm not sleeping on Lonzo. I'm saying outside of Lonzo.
I mean LaMelo. I think LaMelo gonna be nice too. Like, just because he plays defense, doesn't play defense right now, doesn't mean anything. Half of these NBA players didn't play defense in high school at all. They didn't have to. All they needed to do was score. I mean,
but they're playing at high school.
That's what I'm saying. He's a high schooler. Like,
he's not no more, dude. He doesn't go to high school. That's my whole thing. Like, my whole issue is the path. Like, it's the fact that he's not doing these things. You have to be way cut above and beyond everybody else if you're going to take the path that LaMelo's choosing to take or that his dad is forcing him to take. We have no idea. And because of that, for you,
I think it's the exact opposite. That's why in the NBA you can just make it on athletic ability without actually having any skill, and they'll turn you into something. Like, how many people
but that's
have?
If you go onto a certain program that the NBA is cool with, like, name somebody who was able that had such a good skill set that immediately, like, out of nowhere, they were able to come play. That didn't go to college or wasn't, like, really, really good in, like, a European league.
Like, it's like a D1 basketball player going and playing tight end in the NFL, never having stepped foot on a football field ever before. They just say, oh, he's big and athletic, and we can see that we might be able to translate some of his talents into skills on a football field. They can still do that in basketball if they just see, oh, he's long, athletic and stuff. It's all about making money for them. So they just like, oh, he's a prospect and there's potential there. Oh, we can do something. We gonna give him a shot. Like, that's all it really that's all that really matters, is if there's potential.
If that was the case, don't you think Jello would have gotten on a team by now?
No, because he was not that good. No, he's not.
He's still better than Melo.
No, he's not.
As an overall player?
Have you not seen him play? No, he's not. Especially not potential-wise either. He's definitely not.
I'm not saying potential-wise. I'm saying currently right now as a player.
I would not put him better. I used to watch the games and stuff. Like, I definitely don't think he's better.
Melo misses more shots, and although he gets more assists, I mean, he's horrible at playing defense. Jello at least plays competent defense. Him and Lonzo. Lonzo's still the best at playing defense, for sure, out of all three of them. But Melo is garbage, like, defensively. Like, he's a burden on the team. He kind of reminds me of Melo a lot, like actual Carmelo, in that, like, if you put him in the game, he would get you nuts. He's like, I feel like LaMelo would be a fired six man. But
that's because they just not trying. That's because them two just don't try. The thing about LiAngelo is he's never gonna be able to. He's just not athletic enough to actually play.
Does LaMelo? Do you think LaMelo will?
LaMelo is 6'9" now. Like, he grew 6 inches in a year. Like, I don't know if you didn't know this or something.
I'm gonna punch that nigga in the chest when I see him.
That man grew 6 inches, like, in the last, like, 6 months. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is like some made up, conflated shit from LeVar. Like, I don't think LaMelo's playing competition that will actually grow him as a basketball player to get him the recognition he needs to get into any of these NBA tryouts or anything like that. And it's just because his parents, like, put him in a really shitty position. Like, I feel like LaMelo easily is supposed to go to the NBA, but just given the shitty circumstances of what his, like, parents and family and, like, fame has done, he's now in a position where he's got to play a competition that's clearly beneath him, even though it's not his fault. And because of that, he's never going to be able to get the recognition he needs to actually get into the NBA, because it's not that easy. It's not even like you need to go to college or play in a European league pretty much to get to the NBA every time. It's not like that as much for football, and I don't know about baseball, but it's definitely not like that for the NBA.
This proves that we can talk about something other than sex.
That's right. We did it.
Oh, it definitely proves that we're just a bunch of niggas, but yeah.
It's about basketball. Ball is life.
Yeah, like if we was talking about some golf, that'd be
Oh shit, I fuck with golf. I can have a hella conversation about that too. We don't need to go
Oh,
on
well,
that.
that's all you. 'Cause I only know Tiger Woods. That's it.
Yeah. That's it. That's about it.
I heard he
for
won
me.
though,
It's just Tiger
so
Woods.
shout out to him.
Hey, Tiger's back though, bro. Let's get into that. Tiger is kind of back. How y'all feeling about that?
I don't know. He just won that one thing. I mean, I guess he's. I don't know the deal. I just heard he won, and I was like, oh, that's good. I'm happy for him.
Everybody was hype.
Yeah. Do you see that crowd that was following him to his last hole and all that?
Yeah, everybody loves the
I mean, I'd be
comeback.
hyped because I don't know any other golfers. I know there's like the Jordan Spieth kid, but I only know because he won some shit. And
You gotta know Phil.
Yeah, that's
Phil Mickelson.
yes, yeah, I don't know.
Phil Mickelson.
That nigga's old though, right? I thought that nigga was done.
Him and Tiger about to have like playoff. Like it's just them two, and they got like some of like I think I don't know exact amount, but they got like a couple million on the game. Like it's just them two playing. It's gonna be in Las
That's
Vegas
some
too.
rich shit.
Hey.
Oh, Tiger is definitely getting back on the fucking hose bandwagon.
You already know, bro. And that's what makes me the happiest the most. When you can just return to your true identity as being a scumbag.
I mean, technically, after you got divorced, he could have kept going anyway. It's not like
Nah, but he was
He
trying to
needed
save
to
his
stop
public
womanizing.
image. It was never really about the marriage part. More, it was like him just being able to like keep this like clean Tiger golf figure.
He was dating that dope skier.
yeah. I mean, I get it, but I feel like after you divorce your wife, you don't stop womanizing. That's fucking stupid.
And
He
that's
w-
where Tiger fucked up.
Yo, he
Because I feel like if you're a scumbag in the relationship and then you're like, all right, let me just be celibate when I'm single and my girl left me, then you really look like shit. Like if you were just fucking hoes and you stayed fucking hoes, then she's like, oh, he was just the whole fucking nigga. That's what he does. But if you stopped afterwards, then she can be like, yo, this nigga just really didn't fuck with me.
he was with Lindsey Vonn though.
That's what I'm saying. Celebrity
She's dope.
monogamous relationship.
Yeah, but he had to also be cheating on her to maintain consistency.
Exactly. That's why he was losing the games, because he was only dating Lindsey Vonn.
Yeah, that nigga was fucking up. He needs to stay true to himself and keep doing what he gotta do to win. That's all I gotta say. Do whatever you gotta do to win.
The same way that the MAGA hat is Kanye West's superhero cape. Fucking hoes.
Yeah, it's not working for him though.
Yeah.
You need to retire.
Yo, yeah, he's such a piece of shit, bro. I can't believe I have to say this, but it is what it is. Like,
Man, that's nigga. He's always been wildin', but it's like
he's trumping
at this
now.
point, the fact that there's some people that even feel like there's a debate about what he's saying, I feel like you're just a fucking idiot. Like if you really feel like Kanye's saying something of substance, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're just dumb to me, and I'm like, all right, well, I can't help you. And I think that is me slowly getting to like my peace in life. Is just accepting that some people are just fucking stupid and being done with them. Like you're like, oh, you're an idiot. Okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just keep it moving. I hope there's not enough of you voting. It's like whatever. Like anybody that thinks Trump is somehow an intelligent person and knows what he's doing and is a competent president, you're just an idiot. If you're either like too arrogant to admit he is not good, or you're just a fucking idiot. And either way, I don't want to fucking deal with you. And it's like, oh, well, I feel a lot better knowing that this person is dumb, like a true idiot.
And that you don't have to waste your time or energy with them, right?
Yeah, because I remember like a lot of like people still on Twitter like feel the need to, whenever Trump does something or whenever Kanye does some coon shit, to just, open up the little fucking the threads and shit and go on their like little quick reads about shit and think pieces. When it's like, yo, if you just accept that this person's a fucking imbecile and keep it moving, you'll be so much better in life. Like, it just makes you so much happier to be like, yo, fuck this nigga and keep moving.
Yeah, because then not only do you not have to deal with their shittiness, you're just going to be surrounded by not idiots all the time. By Xing the idiots out, you'll only have smart people in your life. It's pretty nice.
And I feel like this stupidity will eventually just die out.
Yeah, that's actually really true. That's the best way to deal with like any stupidity in general, is just like let them be stupid, and then eventually it'll die out, because it's exhausting and it's almost like symbiotic. Like, stupidity needs other people to exist. Stupidity can't exist like in an isolated sense, because then it's the only voice that it hears, and it's just craziness, and that's exhausting. It's exhausting to be crazy. But then the second you can hook somebody else in and make it a symbiotic relationship, that's how stupidity like thrives and spreads. Like, if you just like ignore that shit and just keep it pushing.
I was saying that before too, because like during the fucking primary when Trump was running, I was saying Trump could easily win this, because there's fucking 18 different candidates up for the primary, and Trump is the one dumbass saying enough dumb shit, and he's getting the most camera time because he's saying the dumb shit. And it's like, if they would have just been like, yo, this fucking nigga is dumb as shit, let's keep it moving, let's focus on some actual intelligent topics and shit. You know, if they would have done that, nobody would have been like, oh, Trump is seriously running, and they would have put their votes towards someone else. But because there's 18 candidates, he only needs 1/17th of the votes to win, basically. Like, he just needs a little bit more than everybody else. You split the vote 18 fucking ways, one guy can get, 25% of the votes and win.
Dang, that's really important. Yeah, and that's how he did it, honestly. Had the media just ignored him and not invited him to debates, like earlier on,
he should have never been televised.
Yeah. His presidential run should have never been entertained. It's really our fault that this happened the whole time.
Absolutely, it is our fault. Like, it's everybody that was like, man, listen to this fucking Donald Trump idiot. Put enough people on to be like, oh, let me listen to this Donald Trump idiot, and nobody was listening to the other candidates that were spewing some intelligent shit. And then the Democrats put up, Hillary, and however you feel about her, like, if you don't like her, you don't like her. But when you have an unlikable candidate going against a huge dumbass, and people not voting that know better, it's kind of like, all right, it's a lose-lose, and we ended up with probably, I don't know, I guess a worse candidate, because I would rather someone who is like, a warmonger be in power than like someone who is the laughingstock of the world, basically.
Yeah, I totally agree. But
and I feel like every day with Trump is like,
I just wish we had a different option other than both those two. Because Hillary was trash too. They both were just such trash. That's the reason why. Trump got elected, because Hillary was so trash. People was like, all she had to do was just not absolutely lie. Basically, like, if she lied, and like people would rather have somebody, even though if he's saying a bunch of dumb shit, at least he's like speaking his truth, rather than somebody just lying all the fucking time.
It's not even just lying. It's like, even if Hillary was saying a fact, she would say it in the most sketchy fucking way. She'd be like, hey Hillary, your suit is blue. And she'd be like, well, some people call it azure, some people call it sky blue. I don't know what to call it. What do you like calling it? She'd be like, Jesus Christ, calm down. Stop looking at the analytics and trying to read me as a demographic, and just acknowledge that your suit is fucking blue. Stop being a robot. Just stop being weird. It feels like you were catching her lying even when she was saying facts.
Do y'all think it's going to get better in 2020 though?
I think so, because like, everybody's just sick of Trump shit. If there's one thing America's good at, it's complaining. We are very, very good at complaining as a country.
Yeah, but I feel like when you just complain about what your situation is and not doing anything for it, you're just gonna end up in the same shit. Like, I feel like we're gonna end up with Trump and someone who is like possibly not Hillary, but I don't know if we're gonna end up with a candidate that's actually intelligible, because a lot of it seems reactionary, especially if you just kind of go off Twitter. It's like Twitter is like, oh man, Trump's terrible, we need a fucking socialist dude who just is completely left, like way left, to cancel this shit out, and it's like
that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all.
There's probably other things to do. Like we should probably just dial it back. But I feel like we might get some extra shit where we just get someone way out of left field to go against Trump next year in the next election, and it's probably the same with this shit where it's like, all right, two candidates we don't really like.
That's why I hate the two-party system, and I hate this PC movement. If anybody finds out one thing about your past, you fucked. Like, so it keeps people from speaking up. Like, it keeps good people from running just because, like, one little thing might come out and they just fuck. Like, just something they tweeted. Like, not even something like not even an action they actually really did. Just like a tweet comes out, it's like, oh, they just get shut down so fast. It's like, are you really actually analyzing what they said or anything like that? So it just keeps people from...
Niggas be so phony with that shit too, because we've all said some problematic shit, so to just kind of go off of that and take everybody's credibility and everybody's, qualifications off of, especially something like a tweet. Like, I can understand if you said some wild shit, like if you called them, for genocide of people, that's fucked up, but if I said some just, slightly homophobic or, some shit back in 2011 and I didn't delete the tweet because, it's 2018 now and I'm not going to scroll through fucking 7 years of bullshit to find a problematic tweet. You have to really start to think about people's lives. Like, people do a lot of problematic shit. Everyone on the planet does a lot of problematic shit and no one seems to cancel themselves for it. So why are we running these smear campaigns off of someone's words that they made fucking 5-6 years ago, even if it happened 2 months ago? Like, holy shit.
Usually people make negative campaigns on their opponent when they don't have anything to say positive about themselves.
That's how me half the campaigns are.
Yeah, I know. That's why everybody hates politics now, though. We got so used to saying negative stuff, we're just like, oh fuck, how do I build myself up? How do I build my community up? I don't know how to do that because I've been too busy focusing and shitting on this other person because that's what I have seen and known to be the only way to get myself.
I'm gonna delete my Twitter before I run for office. I'm gonna roll a slogan like, I'm gonna duff a nigga if you gotta say something. That's gonna be my fucking slogan. If anyone wants to speak up with some shit I did when I was in college, you get duffed first. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
That'd be great if we could just make politicians catch hands real quick.
That's like a new form of snitching too, to like go back in your tweets and like just look for something to be mad about. That's like a new level of snitching.
Yeah.
That's like, man, I found this nigga here. Let me find something to snitch about.
It's stalking.
Like, let me just look for something.
How do people even have the time? I wonder if people in their like campaigns just have like an intern just dedicated to just looking at somebody's Twitter, just trying to find dirt on them.
Oh yeah, they got mad social media interns. I bet one of them's just designated to just looking up dirt on their opponent.
That job gotta suck ass.
We just gotta start being real with each other. Just gotta tell it how it is. Stop being so afraid to offend people. Not saying crazy. I'm not saying you should go out saying crazy wild shit. There is repercussions, but like just stuff like, I don't want to talk to you and stuff like that. Like, that's alright to say, especially women. Like, you don't have to talk to these lame ass niggas. Like, you can just be like, get away from me. It's alright.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to be nice to everybody.
Alright, well shit. With that being said, man, we out. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Stay Tuned podcast.
Stop snitching. Run up, get done up.
Peace.